So this is lesson 32 in Algebra 1, and we're going to start on word problems. And we're going to start out with some simple ones and then get to some that are a little bit more challenging. Alright, so example 32.1, we're just going to start in with examples. And it says the sum of twice the number and 13 is 75. Now, a couple things that you need to remember. The word of means multiply, and the word is means equal. So, when we're doing these, look for those words, because those are going to help you as far as solving these problems. So it says the sum. The sum, if you remember, is the answer to an addition problem. So the sum of twice a number, what is that number? We'll call it n for number. The sum of twice a number and 13. So if we take 2n, 2 times the number, and 13 is, we get 75. And then it says find the number. So we just do our simple algebra here, and we get 2n equals 62. And then we divide by 2, and we get n equals 31. So that's the number that when we multiply it by 2 and add 13 to it, we get 75. Now let's look at example 2 here. Find a number, and we'll call it n again, such that 13 less than twice the number. So 13 less than twice the number. So we're going to take twice the number, and it says it's 13 less is 137. So again, we're going to just do our basic algebra here. So we have 2n equals 137, 150. Divide by 2, and we get 75 for our answer there. Okay, let's look at example 3. It says find a number. Again, we'll use n for our number such that. Alright, so here is the rules. 5 times the number is decreased by 14. So we're going to take 5 times the number and take away 14. The result is, there you see the is again, twice the opposite of the number. Twice the opposite. What is the opposite of 3? Negative 3. So what would the opposite of n be? Negative n. So it says the result is twice the opposite of the number. Alright, so when we multiply those, we get negative 2n, right? Okay, so let's see here. We're trying to get the n's together. So what would happen if we added 2n to this side and added 2n to this side? We'd get 7n minus 14 equals 0, because those went away. Now we're going to get this 14 over there. So 7n equals 14. Divide by 7, n equals 2. Okay, so it's pretty much just basic algebra. Shouldn't give you too much trouble. Let's try a couple more. Example 4, find the number. Again, we'll use n, which decreased by 18. So we're going to take our number and we're going to decrease it by 18. We're going to take 18 away from it. And then what does it say? It said it equals 5 times its opposite. So n minus 18 equals negative 5n, right? Okay, so let's add 18. It doesn't matter which order you do this in, as long as you follow the rules. So those go away. And that equals negative 5n plus 18. Now we're going to get this and move it over here with that. So we're going to add 5n to both sides. So I get 6n when I add these two. Those go away. Divide by 6, and my n equals 3. Okay, this last one, example 5. It says we get the same result. which means we're going to show equality here. If we multiply a number by 3, so if we take n and multiply it by 3, or if we multiply the n by 5 and then add 2. So there's what we've got. So if I subtract 5n from this side and subtract 5n from this side, that gets rid of that. 3 minus 5n is negative 2n, and that equals 2. We divide by negative 2, divide by negative 2, and we get n equals, any number over itself is 1. That negative there, a positive over a negative is a negative, so we get n equals negative 1. So let's plug it into our original equation, see if that's a true statement. 3 times negative 1 equals 5 times negative 1 plus 2. So negative 3 equals negative 5 plus 2. These two, we take the difference between the two, put the number or the sign of the largest on there, and we get negative 3 equals negative 3. So it does work. Alright, that's it for lesson number 32.